What up, Downrange Gaming? And I know you guys are probably thinking like, Jesse, where the hell you been at with the Downrange Gaming videos? I'm sorry, I was slacking, but now I'm back on it, son. And I'm playing some Free for All, and I did pretty good this match, so I figured I'd share this gameplay with you. And of course, the military story, son. And I think I left you last time. I'm still in tech school, police academy, and I'm gonna try and finish it up, all the stories with tech school, so I can move on to the first base and the juicy story of the first marriage. I know you guys have been bugging me. When are you gonna talk about it? I'm almost getting there. So let's talk about the police academy. And since I'm moving on to the end here, if I remember any older stuff later in videos, I'll just bring it up, because it's getting hard jogging my memory of so much stuff. But so the tech school, last 3 weeks of tech school, police academy, we got sent out to a different base that was like, we were stationed on Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. So the last 3 weeks we had to do a lot of like field training, like real hardcore stuff. And that training was on Camp Bullis, which was an army base. I think it was like 30 minutes outside of the other base. I can't remember, but it was a different base. It was an army base. And the first 2 weeks of that training, we stayed in like a dormitory. And I remember that the trainer, the instructor that was in charge of us, she was a BIO-itch. She wasn't even like an ex-cop or anything in the Air Force, but she was just, I don't know why they put her in charge of us. But I used to call her Medusa, because you would never want to look at her, because she was just like so mean. I didn't get it, but so it was like real strict in the dorms. This was the instructor that was at the dorms. Instructors in the field are a little cooler. So yeah, the first 2 weeks we stayed in these dorms in Camp Bullis. The last week we stayed in these like huts out in like the woods. And I have a funny story about when we get out in the woods, especially with Medusa. But the first 2 weeks we were in the dorms. And every morning, you know, it was tons of training out there. And even through the weekend, we had no days off, I believe. Yeah, no, I think we had a Saturday off. No, I don't remember. But so we would get up early every morning, and yeah, there was a chow hall out there for the first 2 weeks. And we would get on a deuce. I don't know if you know what a deuce is. It's a 2-ton big truck that troops can get in the back of. It's called a deuce and a half. And we all got assigned certain weapons that didn't have slings, so we could never sling them over our shoulders. So we were always forced to hold them like at like ready position, which got really like annoying, because you're holding a weapon. And I think some weapons, let's see, M16, I can't remember what it weighs. That's bad. I'm supposed to know all this stuff verbatim, but it would get uncomfortable. And so some people got M16s. We didn't have M4s in training for some reason. We had M16s, M203s with the M16, and a 60. And everyone got, you know, assigned a weapon. I got assigned a 203, so I got kind of lucky, but not really lucky, because the M16 was lighter. So I had a 203 I had to hold the whole time. But one guy got issued an M60, which is like pretty heavy. I'm sure you guys know what a 60 is. It's that machine gun. And that must have been crappy to carry that for the whole 3 weeks. Oh, real quick, in this game, I sniped this dude right through the window crack. I don't know, I'd never done that before. I thought that was pretty impressive. But anyways, back on the stories. Now, the guy that carried the 60 happened to be my roommate at Camp Bullis for like 2 weeks. And he liked to listen to music when he went to sleep. Now, I can't sleep with somebody playing music. He would play it like on his headphones, but kind of loud. And it was so rude. I'd be like, dude, we'd fight every night. I'm like, dude, could you please shut the music off, man? I can't sleep. And he would be like, oh, turn it down, turn it down. And it got so bad, I was like, whatever. I just took home some earplugs from the range, and I would wear them when I went to sleep, because this dude was so inconsiderate, he wouldn't shut his damn music off. Something else I remember at Camp Bullis, which was kind of cool. After training, you know, we'd have a little bit of downtime at the end of the day. And there was a nice basketball court out there that had like an overhang over it. It was really nice. And so we'd play basketball, and then there was a nice field. We'd play some football. I don't know if you guys know this, but like when you're in the military and say you play football and like somebody else in the military tackles you and you get hurt. This is really weird when I say this. And someone tackles you that's in the military and gets hurt, you know, because you're playing football. Now, the guy in the military could actually get in trouble for like damaging of military property, because you are actually military property. So like if you tackle somebody, hurt them, this is what they would tell us in training. Like you could get in trouble for like damaging military property. I thought that was kind of funny. So when we were like playing football, somebody got hurt and we're like, oh my god, we were talking about that. That's the only reason I brought that up. So moving right along, the last week at Camp Bolus, this was like the last week of the police academy, and it was the worst. You know, they make sure they get you good on the last week. So we'd stay in these like huts out in the woods. They look like, I don't know how to explain it, but we slept on cots. It was just disgusting. The bathroom was like a separate little area, and the shower was disgusting. I took a picture of the shower, but I don't know where that picture is. And I always told myself I was going to hang it in a bathroom that I live in of a nice house. But the shower was just, there was no hot water, so that was something that was terrible. And so we had to live out there for a week. And so we get situated. This is our first night, and we kind of have some freedom. There's no instructor out there. There's no, you know, nobody out there of authority, you know, once training's over. So we had a little bit of freedom, but the conditions sucked. And so me being the person I am, you guys know very well, is a prankster. I like to play pranks. And this one guy passed out kind of early. You know, he must have been tired, whatever, on his cot. And his hand was perfect positioned to pour shaving cream in it. So, you know, me being the person I am, I walk up to him, pour the shaving cream in his hand, you know, mess with his nose or something. He smacks the shaving cream in his hand. Like 3 of my buddies saw me do it. And it was hysterical. I remember I took pictures of it. I don't know where those pictures are. I wish I had them. And, like, he came after me. I don't think he really knew who did it because he woke up, there was all of us standing there laughing. And, you know, he ran up, threw it on somebody. Whatever. It turned into like this war. Everybody is throwing shaving cream on everybody. Like the whole team. There must have, I don't know how many of us are out there, but there was a lot. And everyone's throwing shaving cream, running around. There's shaving cream everywhere. Like the girl, we had girls out there too. You know, we're going after them. I backed up. I got the one dude and just was like, you know, I don't want to get in this big shaving cream war, and kind of backed out. All of a sudden, Medusa shows up. Boom! She sees everyone running around screaming. She's flipping out. She puts us all in a formation, stands us at attention, grabs all the people that have shaving cream on them, pulls them off to the side, you know, and was like yelling at them. Made them get into this position called the dead cockroach. It's where you lay on your back, you put your arms straight up in the air and your legs straight up in the air. It doesn't sound painful, but after a while it starts hurting really bad. And you know, you got to keep them up there. And the rest of us that don't have any shaving cream are standing at attention. And she's screaming, yelling, and like she wants to know who started this, you know. And it's me. I'm like, oh snap, she's about to kill me, yo. I'm about to get smoked. And you know, I could even get sent back weeks, you know, like I have to do it all over again. So I'm really nervous at this point. And all the people with shaving cream, I don't think they knew who started it. They just saw shaving cream, were having fun, but it was actually me. And she wanted a person to come forward on who did it. And I'm just like, you know what? I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying nothing. And then she puts us all in the dead cockroach. We did it for like a good, I don't know how long. But I don't think my team would have ratted on me if they knew who did it, because we were like real close, all of us. But I wasn't going to throw myself under the bus. And then it was all squashed and it was over with. So but after when it was over, no one said like, Jesse, or they wouldn't call us by our first name, like we would call each other by our last name, like Wellens. You know, no one said nothing to me. So I don't know. I thought that was a very interesting story. And it just shows like I used to prank all the time. I used to prank in high school real bad too. Maybe one day when I get through all the military stories, I'll get into high school stories. You guys would like that. So anyway, last week, Camp Bolus, we're staying in the whatever you want to call them, but they were not like firm structures. Like if it rained, we could possibly get wet. I don't know. It sucked. And then we slept on cots. I don't know if you ever slept on a military cot. Not very comfortable. So the training part of this week, we wake up like really early, 4 a.m. or something, jump on the deuce. We'd have to put camo paint on our face every morning and eat MREs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, actually just breakfast and lunch. I think we got a hot dinner, but eating MREs for breakfast and lunch was terrible, man. I hated it, but you learn to adapt and overcome, and you almost start looking forward to the MREs. But I think this is the end of the gameplay here. I guess I'll have to get into some more of tech school in the next video and talk about graduation and my first base, son. So thanks again, guys, for watching the videos. I get a lot of good feedback, even from other YouTubers when I see them. Like, I went to Charles' wedding. He said he's enjoying these videos. So it's awesome that I know that you guys are really enjoying them. And thank you for making them popular by thumbsing it up and favoriting and leaving a comment on what you want to hear about. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace, son.